Hello, guys, and welcome to Odds on Ligue on Match Day 21. We have midweek games, and we are having many surprises. Alain, in French football, how are you?
Hello, Edu. Yes. Another journey with surprise, especially Rennes and Lorient. Catch point against Rennes and Paris Saint-Germain. Beautiful Reims yesterday is in a very, very, very good form. It's a team with an identity, and in my opinion, Stade de Reims and Lorient are the two biggest surprise in Ligue 1 right now.
Mm-hmm. And they are going to face each other in this match day. Reims with the youngest manager in all 5 top leagues. In Europe, we will talk about them later. Guys, remember, as always, please, we want to know your opinion. So leave your comments, press the like, of course, and subscribe to our channel to keep going. Alain, let's try to make some money in the middle of the week because we don't have actually a lot of football games in Europe, but we have all the games to be played on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Local, 7 or 9 p.m. Local time. So we are going to start with Angers Ajaccio, an important game for the relegation battle, although Angers, they look like they are going to Ligue. I'm saying this week after week, but the last defeat 4-0 against Brest, 12 consecutive defeats, nothing positive to be said about Angers and Ajaccio. Alain, another team that is losing 3 points away from salvation. This is the scary game of the midweek on Wednesday. And the bookies place Angers as favorite. Difficult to understand this.
Yes, probably too. About the 4th team will be go to the Ligue 2. In the case of Angers, they sold Unai. Now, I imagine Buffal will be leave too. It's difficult to have the argument to save the category, and found something where Angers is very good. In the defensive phase, no. In the offensive phase, no. In the mentality, no. The situation is really difficult in Angers, and I don't see the team go out about this situation because the another team are flying. Mm-hmm. In the case of Ajaccio, is the season we expect at the beginning of the season. A season difficult, but Ajaccio have a good defensive phase. Is a warrior team because the team have a strong mentality. Now they must to win. They must to win because the beginning of the year are not so brilliant, and it's the best occasion right now against Angers. They won against the same Angers for the game when Ligue 1 is back at the end of December. They won 1-0. For that one, I choose the goal. The odds are really, really high. Over 1.5 goals, odds 1.46.
Mm-hmm. And it's not very risky. So if we have 2 goals, you win your bet. Next game, Lille. Clermont, with Lille trying to climb into the European spots, but they are not winning away, and this is a problem. They lost to Nice, and this is a problem to qualifying for the European competitions. At home, they are better. The last game was a 5-1 against Troyes. But be careful with this Clermont because they are in great form, Alain. They are surprising us this season. They are coming from a draw against Nantes before 3 consecutive victories against top teams like Rennes or Lyon.
Yes. Clermont is a project built with brain, with idea, with identity, with a clear politica to sign player, and the result. I'm not surprised to see Clermont in this way. Respect to the last season, the job of Gastien was give some experience and won the game, but not always with a beautiful game. Known to win game, the dirty game, and that one I think Clermont has learned that, and we saw with the signing that improve that characteristic, and when the forward are in form, Clermont can be play against every team in this Ligue. It's a little a revenge, because at 3 weeks ago they play in Clermont, and Lille won easy, really easy, and it was probably one of the worst version of Clermont this season at home. But we saw Clermont away, they catch really good results, and in spite of that, I think Lille must do have a reaction, because we saw Lille yesterday needs losing, but they deserve more about the defeat. And I choose 1 over 1.5 goals, odds 1.77.
All right, so Lille to win and over 1.5 goals in the game. You keep trusting Lille, especially at home. Of course, they are very good. Also, another team that are good when they are playing at home in La Beaujoire, in this case, Nantes Marseille, because only one defeat this season at home for Nantes was against PSG, and the team is grabbing points here and there. Another draw against Clermont. To be honest, they've drawn a lot of games this season. Tough test now against Olympique Marseille. They got a draw, a lucky draw against Monaco. It was the first draw after 6 consecutive victories for Olympique Marseille.
Yes, 7 clean sheet consecutive for Nantes. Huh? Wow. It's the best moment in the season. The solidity and how they manage the phase of play without the ball in a collective analysis is actually brilliant. They will be play against Juventus in two weeks in Europa League. When the draw is doing, everybody said Juventus is a good draw. Now I am not sure it's a very good draw for Juventus, because not recovery is based about the last season who permit to Nantes to win the Coupe de France. Now Marseille is in a very good moment, but Marseille against physical team, we saw that against Monaco. Physical team really fast in transition. Marseille concede, and in this moment, I don't see Nantes losing. The double chance is really high. 1x 1.95 for Nantes, no losing Wednesday.
Okay, a surprise. Only 9 goals conceded for Nantes when they are playing at home. So it's going to be a tough game for Olympique Marseille, still in Champions League spots. They are still third after that draw against Monaco. And the next game, Reims, Lorient, you mentioned at the beginning of the video, 2 of the biggest surprises of the weekend, because Reims, they were able to grab a point in the Parc des Princes, 12 games now without defeat, and because Lorient was able to beat Rennes 2-1, so they are back into the winning streak and very close to European spots.
Yes, it's deserved for both teams. Maybe Reims had more problem respect to Lorient at the beginning of the season, but after we saw a balance. Reims started a positive streak. Lorient was not in his best moment before the World Cup, but since the Ligue is back, we saw the best version about both teams. Reims, if you watch the official photo of the team, it means Bayern Munich with the red jersey, and it means check, try to see. And you will be understand what I said. Reims is a very good project. The scouting worked really well. You see in the last 2 seasons when Reims sold a player, the day after they're seeing the substitute. And that one, they changed the manager. In my opinion, Oscar was not the responsible about the best result, because the team played really well. But now the team found this dimension. Lorient won the derby against Stade Rennais. Brilliant first half, especially in counter-attack, really fast. And you must mention, Lorient was played without Mofi, his top scorer, and without Ouattara, who's seeing for Bournemouth. And that one I think is the best answer can behave the fans of Lorient. The team is full of life. We don't depend about one or two players. No, we are a team. When a guy substitute a goal scorer, our goal scorer is not a problem. We will be found solution, and that one is a good mentality. It's a good mentality, and for the team for this game, I see goal. I choose over 2.5 goals. Odds 2.00.
Okay, goals. Will Steele, no, the manager of Reims, was one of the men right now in French football, only 30 years old. He was born in the 92 and doing big things with Reims so far. So this is a good game. Reims-Lorient, much calmer in the middle of the table. We have Toulouse-Troyes in the middle of the table. Toulouse, especially because they are doing a great month of January. They beat Strasbourg in the last 4 games, 3 victories and 1 draw. So they are far from the relegation spots. Troyes is still in danger, 4 points away from relegation, but they were able to catch a good point against Lens.
Yes, Toulouse was brilliant yesterday in Strasbourg. A game with a lot of personality, without 𝐬𝐽𝐽𝐻 in the midfield, but they put down their start with the score down against Strasbourg, but with a lot of personality, a lot of quality, the team found a solution to win in Lamennais. Now there must to have that continuity, because at the beginning of the season, Toulouse was really strong at home, but away they found problem. Now they won in Auxerre, they won in Strasbourg. That one means salvation for Toulouse. But when they play at home now, is a team with another energy, respect when they play away. And in the last game, I don't saw that energy about Toulouse. I hope to watch again that energy. Troyes start with a lot of difficulty in spite of the winning in Strasbourg. Now the draw against Nantes is a good result especially for the morale, because for the classification it doesn't change a lot of things. Troyes must to start to have a streak. In spite of that, Troyes will be fighting against the relegation until the end of this Ligue 1. Normally when Toulouse play, we saw goal, and I choose over 2.75, odds 1.85.
All right. Troyes, as I mentioned, 4 points away from the bottom 4. Toulouse, 11. And in that relegation spots, we have Auxerre. Right now, they are penultimate in the standings, 5 points away from salvation, 6 consecutive defeats. They lost at home against Montpellier, and that was tough. And I guess no one expects Auxerre to grab a point from the Ligue against Monaco. Alain, did you enjoy this Olympique Marseille Monaco? Monaco deserved more, no, in that game.
In the first half, especially in the first half, really, Clermont build an interesting team. The problem is Monaco is their sold the player in every transfer window. Monaco frequently they sold his best player. With that one, it is difficult to have stability and have ambition. Now this team, I think, is really good. It's really good because they have all the quality to play the football who was Clermont. Really vertical, really fast. With Mbolo and Ben Yedder, they have a really great duo of forward. Now Auxerre, in my opinion, is depressed. I don't see a reaction from the beginning. Since the Ligue 1 is back, they lose against Toulouse in bad form. at home. They made a good game in Lens, but really defensive, without the offensive ambition. And yesterday, I think is a really hard defeat, because Montpellier was a very good opportunity to win a game, to put pressure to the team outside of the relegation. There can't. I think is a limit. Especially a psychological limit, more than the physical limit. In Monaco now, I see Monaco winning 1/1.5 goals, odds 1.15.
Okay, Monaco to win and at least 2 goals in the game. Monaco odds are very low, actually, of course, 1.37. You have to be a little bit creative to find good odds for this game. Next one, and a very good one, Lens. Nice. Lens is still 3 points away from PSG because they were unable to beat Troyes away, 1-1 in that game. We know that they are very strong when they are playing at home. Actually, they won the last 10 games, but Nice, they are getting good results lately. That 1-0 against Lille, still they have to improve when they travel only one victory in the last 6 away games for Nice.
Yes, but it's another Nice. Signs that changed the manager is another Nice. Yesterday we saw that is a team able to win dirty game. Is a team with a defensive solidity. Is a team without the ball feel comfortable. That one is a really good answer to Digard, and there put the finger about the problem, the relationship problem between Favre and his squad. Nice, I said you, Edu, from the beginning of the season, is a team must to have European ambition, because they made a really good mercato. Now they must to try to have a positive streak, to try to fight for Europe, but it will be really hard. In this sense, Lens is 10 victory in 10 games at home. Normally, the statistical are not logical, and I think is the day. I think is the day Nice can catch points in Lens. The double opportunity is really attractive. Sign X2 odds 2.00.
Wow, another surprise. As you've said, they've won every single game played at home in this season, including against PSG. But you think Lens are going to drop points in the next one? You really like this new Nice, still in the middle of the table, but they have to look higher and be more ambitious, of course, and why not catching points in the north of France. We have more games, Alain, 3 more. Montpellier, PSG is the next one. What is going on with PSG? You have to tell me. Only 1 victory in the last 4 Ligue 1 games. I guess they should find the victory against Montpellier, although they got a key victory against Auxerre to stay out of the relegation spots in the last match day. What is happening with PSG?
I think the World Cup is the consequence about to have so many players in the World Cup. Now I think we can ask themselves if 𝐜𝐭𝐿Tier is the manager for this team, because from the beginning of 2023, I don't see a team with Champions League ambition. After, we must to understand the physical preparation, how they work. In Paris, the goal is always the Champions League, and maybe they made a special work to arrive in the best form at the middle of February. Because if it's not like that, it's difficult to find an answer, because the team lose the fire. The game are not fast. A lot of team well organized, known to play against Paris, but especially in the counter attack. 𝐜𝐿Tier must to find a solution to defend the counter attack, because they suffer so much. They concede. We saw that in Lens, we saw that in Rennes, we saw that yesterday with the goal of Balogun at the end of the game, and against Bayern Munich. It's the things you doesn't must do, because Bayern, with the quality they have, can be make a lot of damage to that defense. Montpellier, very good results yesterday in Auxerre. Montpellier is funny. It's funny. The games of Montpellier generally, we saw a lot of goals. And I think that there will be doesn't change, because Paris Saint-Germain must to have a reaction. Montpellier will be play his card over 3.5 goals, odds 2.20.
Okay, PSG in 2 weeks, they have to fight and to face Bayern Munich. Also, Bayern Munich, they have their own problems right now in the Bundesliga, and they have a tough schedule, actually, PSG ahead of them in the French Cup. They have Olympique Marseille playing away. Also, they have to face Monaco away and Bayern Munich in the Champions League. So we will see the real level, or if Galtier is made for the job as PSG manager. And Alain, we also have Lyon Brest. You were correct, and Lyon was able to win in Corsica. 𝐿𝐴CCA scored again. They bounced back after 3 winless games, and also it was a very important weekend for Brest because they thrashed Angers, and they are out of the relegation spots.
Yes, because that is one of the good signaling about the last summer and in the last season, because Lyon have a lot of problem with the player their sign in the last 3 window, except 𝐿𝐴CCA. It's difficult to find a player make the difference in Lyon. Lyon have a lot of problem, and the game at home, the last game at home, they lose against Strasbourg. Yesterday, they won a game can't be lose or draw in Ajaccio. Yesterday, the victory was mandatory for Lyon. They accomplished, and that one is a good news for Laurent Blanc. After, with the content, we need something more. In the case of Brest, I think yesterday they won against the actually worst team in Ligue. If they want to save the category, they must to start to catch points. But I don't see Brest catch point in Lyon. One over 1.5 goals, odds 1.80.
All right, Lyon to win and at least 2 goals in the game. Lyon also, they have to start a good streak, at least to get closer to the European spots, although it's going to be very difficult for them to qualify for Europe. And the last game is Rennes Strasbourg. Brest, you mentioned before, they are fighting. For instance, with Strasbourg to stay away from the bottom 4. It was a tough defeat for the Alsacian team against Toulouse at home. Still no victories when they are playing at home. We saw 𝐵𝐺améiro scoring, Alain, and then being sent off. And this one is a tough one, of course, for any team in Ligue 1, because we know how strong Rennes are when they are playing in Roazhon Park.
Rennes suffer away itis, and Strasbourg suffer may no itis. Both teams are with a lot of problem. Is a bipolarity. In the case of Rennes, it's strange because the potential of the team is unbelievable. They have talent in every role, but when they're played away, we saw that in Lorient, they offer 45 minutes. The first 45 minutes, they're put down in the results, and after it's difficult to catch positive results. In the case of Strasbourg, yesterday I was sure, Edu, that will be winning against Toulouse, and they made another pass down. And going Rennes now is not a gift, because Rennes, we know, I think, is the second best team at home, or the third. Strasbourg. Maybe in the context of the game, they will be comfortable because Strasbourg have difficulty when they must to elaborate the game, when they wait the rival and start counter-attack. I think is the phase of play where they're better, but I think Rennes will win that game. Sign 1 over 1.5 goals, odds 2.00.
Well, normal, obviously, to trust Rennes when they are playing at home. 9 victories and only 1 defeat. This season, you are choosing a lot home victory, and when the odds are low, it's good also to mix it, for instance, with goals, as you are saying. And over 1.5 goals. Alain, tell me, which one is your safe bet for this match day?
Rennes Strasbourg over 1.5 goals, odds 1.33.
Okay, and your ACCA?
ACCA Angers over 1.5 goals, Lyon 1 more over 1.5 goals, Monaco winning with over 1.5 goals, and Rennes over 1.5 goal for a total 5.15.
Okay, Alain, best of luck. Good luck also to everyone betting on these games on Wednesday in Ligue 1. Remember, as always, please press the like, subscribe, and see you on Thursday, actually, because we have more Ligue 1. Ciao, ciao, Alain. Thank you.
Ciao.